Huh. In 2027, after 18 years of total human infertility and global depression, the world is on the brink of collapse and humanity faces extinction. The United Kingdom, one of the few nations with a functioning government, is deluged by asylum seekers fleeing rationing and plague. In response, the UK has become a police state as the British Army rounds up and imprisons or executes immigrants. Theo Farron, a former activist turned cynical bureaucrat, is kidnapped by the Fishes, a militant immigrants' rights group. They are led by Theo's estranged wife, Julian Taylor, from whom he separated after their son's death during the 2008 flu pandemic. Julian offers Theo money to acquire transit papers for a young refugee, Key. Theo obtains the papers from his cousin, a government minister who runs the state-sponsored collection of salvaged art. A Fishes member, Luke, drives Theo, Key, and former midwife Miriam towards Canterbury. They are ambushed by an armed gang, and Julian is killed. When the group is stopped by the police, Luke kills the officer, and the group hides Julian's body before heading to the Fishes' safe house. Key reveals to Theo that she is pregnant, making her the only pregnant woman on Earth. Julian had intended to hand Key to the Human Project, a supposed scientific group in the Azores dedicated to curing infertility. However, Luke persuades Key to stay, and he is voted the new leader of the Fishes. That night, Theo eavesdrops on the discussion and learns that Julian's death was orchestrated by the Fishes so that Luke could become their leader. They intend to kill Theo and use the baby as political tool to support the coming revolution. Theo wakes Key and Miriam, and they steal a car, escaping to the secluded hideaway of Theo's aging friend, Jasper Palmer, a former political cartoonist turned pot dealer. The group makes plans to board the Human Project ship, the Tomorrow, which will arrive offshore from a refugee camp at Bexhill-on-Sea, disguised as a fishing vessel. Jasper proposes having Sid, camp border guard to whom he frequently sells drugs, to smuggle them to Bexhill, masquerading as refugees. The next day, when the Fishes discover Jasper's house, the group flees while Jasper stays behind to stall the Fishes. Luke shoots and kills Jasper as Theo watches from the woods. The group meets Sid at an abandoned school, and he helps them board a bus to Bexhill, an entire city converted to a concentration camp. When Key experiences contractions at a checkpoint, Miriam distracts the guard by feigning religious mania and is taken away. Inside the camp, Theo and Key meet a Romani woman, Marichka, who provides a room where Key gives birth to a baby girl. The next day, Sid informs Theo and Key that a war has broken out between the British military and the refugees, led by the Fishes. Having learned they have a bounty on their heads, Sid attempts to capture them, but Theo bludgeons him to death and they escape. Amidst the fighting, the Fishes capture Key and the baby. Theo tracks them to an apartment building under heavy fire, confronts Luke, who is killed with an explosion, and escorts Key and the baby out. Awed by the baby, the British soldiers and Fishes temporarily stop fighting and allow the trio to leave. Marichka leads them to a hidden boat, but stays behind as they depart, despite Theo imploring her to come along. As British fighter jets bomb Bexhill from a distance, Theo reveals that he was mortally wounded by Luke. He teaches Key how to burp her baby, and Key tells Theo she will name her Dylan, after Theo and Julian's lost son. Theo dies as the Tomorrow approaches. As the credits roll, the sound of children laughing and playing can be heard in the background. It's actually better than I expected. I haven't seen it, but now I might. Seems pretty good. It hits a bit close to home with everything that's going on right now, so maybe I'll hold off. I learned some stuff. I didn't know what the Azores was. Definitely pronouncing that wrong, but it is a autonomous region of Portugal. It's volcanic. Cool. Anyway, that's it. That's the movie. I recommend it. I haven't seen it. I recommend it. Burper baby. Burper baby. Luke. It's volcanic. Burper baby. Cool.